In this session of boot camp, we're going to show you how to connect with perfect prospects for your business. It never ceases to amaze me how easy this whole process is and how quickly you can reach out, connect with people, talk to people on a daily basis. So you've created your page, or you're in the process of creating your page. Now we're going to show you how to connect with perfect prospects for your business. Now, change is inevitable, except from a vending machine. And the truth is that there are going to be some changes that are going to take place throughout boot camp, and they're going to continue to change as you spend more and more time on social networks. So by the time we're done, we could expect to see dozens and dozens of changes. But no matter what happens, once your page is set up and you have the process down, you're free to reach out and connect with as many people as you want. I encourage you, again, to access my YouTube free leads channel and remind you that you've got a whole series of resources that are available to you. Now, we're going to be talking, when we talk about connecting with people, one of the ways that you connect with people is through posting. It's a form of connection, and people are going to react and respond to that. And we're going to be bringing up some examples of people that are doing it. For example, right out of boot camp, Terry was blown away. He made a post, and he ended up talking to 12 people. And 3 of those 12 people came into his business within 2 days of posting. Now, before you throw yourself off of a bridge because you're going, whoa, that hasn't happened to me, everybody's different. It depends on the number of friends you have. It depends on the number of connections you have. But all of you are heading in this direction. You make a post, you talk to people. All right? Make a post, talk to people. Now, what's really impressive, when you think about it, is 25% of the people he talked to ended up going into his business because he stuck to some basic scripts. He focused on the other person. All right? And ends up, all 3 of the people he talked to ends up getting into his business within the first 2 days. He was blown away. You are all heading down the same road. When you master this, there is nothing to stop you from being successful. And the best part about it is it duplicates. So all of our information is going to be stored for you and available in my training center. Send me the links to your pages. Send me your questions, bootcamp@maxsteingart.com. And so we can click on them, we could look at them. And I want to remind all of you that have Endless Free Leads 2017, master this process, and there is nothing to stop you. By definition, remember, a social network is a person's family, neighbors, and friends with whom they are socially involved. We're going to get you connecting with people that you initially know. It's a website where you connect with people that share personal or professional interests, place of origin, education in a particular school, or similar values. Again, it's all about conversation. Folks, stand by for just 1 second. All right, so the formula, 4 C's equal big bucks. Create a page, connect with people, communicate with them, and close them. And we're helping all of you go from invisible to invincible. So when we talk about connecting with people, first, you're going to connect with the people you know. That's the easy part. Then you're going to connect with the friends of your friends. Again, easy. And we can even connect with total strangers, people that you want to know. Now, there's some subtle differences in reacting and talking to these different folks, but the process is basically all going to be the same. When you're talking to people you know, the question is, what are you doing these days? When you talk to people you don't know, but you want to know, what do you do? So the first thing we want you to do is we want you to make a list of everyone that you know. Everyone that you know. We're going to try to remind you. Friends from your past. People from school. If you can think of them, write their name down. Go through your business card list. Pull out your high school yearbooks. People from past jobs. People you worked with in the past. People you used to do business with. People in prior network marketing companies that you work with. Former neighbors. Just make a list. Basic fundamental network marketing 101. Now, what we want to do is we want to include all your old friends. All your old friends. Then we want to include people that you're currently working with. People you work with now. People you do business with. Friends you know in other network marketing companies now. Neighbors and relatives. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to search for your friends. That's the search window. You type the name of your friends in there. That's going to be the search window for LinkedIn. And, of course, you could also do the same thing on Twitter. Type in their name, see who comes up, send them a message. Now, you could locate many of your friends on Facebook by searching for them by their name, by their email address, or by their phone number, okay? Check your phone's contact list to see if you're connected with everyone on Facebook. Just take the numbers, type them in that search window, and if there's a Facebook page attached to the number, you know those people, send them a friend request. If they're important enough to be on your phone's contact list, you need to be connected with them on Facebook. Now, you could locate many of your friends on LinkedIn and Twitter by searching for them by their name. You don't have the luxury of doing an email search or a phone search yet. Now, when you locate someone you know, simply start the process by sending them the following message. Hi, I just found you on Facebook and I wanted to connect as friends to stay in touch and catch up. Send them the friend request along with that private message, and after they accept your friend request, send them this follow-up message. Bill, it's nice to connect with you on Facebook. It's been a while since we talked. What are you doing these days? This is for people that you know. Now, when you start sending messages to people on Facebook, incoming messages are divided into two categories. One, the people that you're connected to, and what I mean by connected, I mean you've got some mutual friends. That's under recent. Then you have message requests. This is what you get when you reach out to someone and you have no mutual friends. This could even be a relative. If you don't have any mutual friends on Facebook, it's going to go into the message requests area. All right? Now, okay, so people are going to be in two groups. People you're connected to and people you're not connected to. Connecting meaning you have mutual friends. Okay? Now, when you send a private message to someone, if you have no mutual friends, it's going to end up in the message request area. And same thing, vice versa. When people send messages to you, if there are message requests and you're not connected, it's going to be there. Now, private messages between you and other people that you don't know are now delivered. Facebook has made it easier for you to see, or easier for them to see, there's somebody that I don't know that wants to message me. Now, to help protect everybody from spammers and from people that, we have no idea who they are or what they're all about, you have the opportunity to check them out, see Is this somebody that I want to talk to? Is this somebody I don't want to talk to? And they can check you out. You can check them out and decide yes or no. And the other person never knows. When you send a private message, it's the same thing. So whether you're sending a message to a stranger or a stranger is sending a message to you, you can communicate with folks literally at will. Now, the deal is that when you start writing to people, they have the option to either ignore or accept. You have the same option. You could either say, hey, I'm going to accept this. And when you accept it, all you're doing is you're saying, all right, I'll talk to this person. I'll let this person message me, but it has nothing to do with being friends. As a matter of fact, you could write to people, you could put people through the entire process without ever being someone's friend. Now on Facebook, they make it easy. And when these requests come in, you could open them up. You could see when your friend was active. They give you all kinds of opportunities. This is all part of the Connect process that enables you to customize your appearance. You can check out the profile of the person that you're communicating with. And most importantly, you can see who's online. When you scroll down your message center, if you see the little window there is populated with a picture, it means they are available to talk to. And everybody on Facebook is being prompted, get an app, get on the phone. Well, you're going to find the same thing that's taking place on LinkedIn. If you don't have the little messaging box down at the bottom right, it's coming. And everything that happens down there is connected up at the top. Whatever you do, even if you don't have that little messaging box down at the bottom, they're connected. Now, when people send you an invitation, in other words, they want to be your friend, it comes in like this, and you could either ignore it or you can accept it. You're going to accept it. And when you accept it, you're going to find a little message over there on the right that says, hey, you're now connected. Once you're connected, you have the option of literally filling in the box and talking to people. And this is where you're going to spend the bulk of your time. Now, when you do that, you can send pictures just like Facebook. You can send a picture, or you could send a file. Now, messages and notifications are ways that you're going to communicate with people once you're connected. Everything that you do, now that you're visible, can be seen by your friends. Gives you an opportunity to talk to more people. On Facebook, your message center, the way it's set up, you can see who's online. On your homepage, you could see on the right the people that you literally could send a message to, but it doesn't matter whether you can see them or not. You see, you can create your own notifications. You could change a day. You could add a job. You could create an anniversary. You could change your location. You could post your, just by posting your birthday creates all kinds of activity. So it doesn't matter whether it's Facebook, whether it's LinkedIn. The whole idea is you have the opportunity to communicate with people. And what happens is once you're connected, you're connected. Now, you're going to find many examples of first and second contact scripts in the scripts book. So when you're reaching out to someone for the first time, your page just came up on Facebook or LinkedIn. So I thought I'd reach out to connect. It's been a while since we talked. Let's connect and catch up on things. Now, when they accept you, you write back, thanks for adding me as a new friend. I've reconnected with many old friends and made many new friends too. What are you doing these days? When you ask someone what they do, they will typically answer and then ask you the same question. 85% of the time, they will ask you what you do too. Your answer will always be the same. A brief 1 or 2 line answer that creates more curiosity about what you do. For example, I've been a teacher for 10 years. And now, thanks to my growing internet business, I'm going to be retiring next year. And then you ask them a question. How long have you been working at the bank? Or, well, I used to be a school teacher. If you're doing the business full time now, I used to be a school teacher and retired last year thanks to my growing internet business. Then ask them a question. People will be curious. They will come back and they will ask you, what kind of a business? Now, you have more friends on Facebook than you think. Connect through your email addresses from your address books. And you can do the same thing on LinkedIn. You could actually do the same thing on Twitter. All three social networks offer the same function. Now, you want to connect with the people you know who are in transition or in a depressed industry, people who are suffering from job burnout, people who are unhappy network, affiliate, or internet marketers. You want to connect with people who are passionate about your products. You want to connect with people who are entrepreneurial. You want to connect with people who've been successful at something. And you want to be connected with someone that traditionally uses what you sell. You want to connect with people that have a problem you can help them solve. Now, when you're making up that initial list of your friends, remember, your ideal client has 4 characteristics. So as you go through that list, put a number next to their name. How many of these components do your friends possess? If you know them, okay? The key word here is if you know them. It's okay if you don't. It's okay. All right? So first, somebody that will be passionate about your products, somebody that is ambitious beyond their current circumstances, somebody that is entrepreneurial by nature, and someone that's been successful at something. If you know. So let's say you've made a list of 100 people, and there's about 7 people on that list that have a 4 next to it. Some people might have a 3. Some people might have a 2. Some people might only have 1. What you're going to do is you're going to focus on the 4s. You're going to focus on the 3s. All right? We're not going to worry about the 2s. We're not going to worry about the 1s. As long as the 2 or 1 is somebody that can be passionate about your product, well, guess what? You can talk to them as a customer. The people who are passionate about your products are going to be customers. The people who possess all 4 characteristics, they are going to be business builders. Now, whenever you send someone a friend request, you always want to send a short, private message at the same time. You always do them together. Somebody you know, hey, Jim, let's be friends on Facebook. Jim, let's connect on Facebook and catch up. Sometimes you're going to see people where you can't see the add a friend button. Now, the reason you can't see the add a friend button is because they've got their settings set up where the only people who can send them a friend request are people that have a mutual friend. So if you don't have mutual friends with them, well, you can't do that. Of course, a way around that would be check out some of their friends, become friends of their friends, and then all of a sudden you're going to see the add a friend button. Or you could just say, hey, let's connect on Facebook. I'm having a problem sending you a friend request. Please send me one and I'll accept immediately. You see, here's the thing. You can communicate with people today, whether you're friends or not. You can communicate with people today, whether you have mutual friends, as long as they approve it. So you send a friend request, you send a message, and then you wait for a response. Accepting your friend request is a response. Denying your friend request is a response too. So initially, when you look at anybody's Facebook page, this is what you see. Add a friend. After you've sent the message and sent them a friend request, this is what you're going to see on their page. Now, when they accept you, this is what you see. If people don't accept you, they could either A, just not respond, in which case their profile has this, or they may come back and they may say, no, thank you, but no, thank you. Decline you, in which case you're looking at the profile with a tab that says add a friend. Now, you want to maintain a daily list of everyone you send a friend request to. Check off their names as people accept your request. Cancel the request if after 2 or 3 weeks or 3 or 4 weeks they don't accept your friend request. Keeping track of friend requests is going to be important. So if you've sent someone a friend request, and after 2 or 3 months they haven't accepted you, just take your mouse, put it over the friend request sent tab. It's going to open up a drop-down screen where you can cancel the request. So how do I keep track? Well, Facebook is going to keep track. LinkedIn is going to keep track too. From your homepage, click on the friend request icon, people that have sent you a friend request, and then you can see your pending friend request, and then of course you can see who you sent requests to. You go down, and if you decide, well, you know what, I want to take my friend request back, go ahead and do it. You do not want to have a big buildup of friend requests that have been unaccepted, because what happens is Facebook has an algorithm that's counting up, monitoring your activity. If you get to a point where you've got too many of those, you'll get a little message will start to appear, and it'll say, you know, you're only supposed to be sending out friends, contacting people who you know. All right, that's the first thing. You're only connecting with people that you know. The next part of that is you're going to connect with people you don't know. But here's the deal. Make a list. Write down the names of everybody that you talk to first. Now, as people come back and accept you, you highlight the name. So on June 1st, I sent friend requests to 6 people, and I bolded out the names of the people who accepted me. So 4 out of the 6 said yes, 2 didn't. The next day, everybody accepted me. Now, every day you come back, I mean, 3 weeks from now, somebody from 3 weeks earlier accepts your friend request. You go back and you indicate a connection. Now, at some point in time, you can come back and you could remove some of those people from the friend request list. But here's the most important thing. You can communicate with people without being their friend. Now, you have to keep track of where your prospects fall in the recruiting process, all right? How do you find out about that? By the answers that you get to questions. Now, some of your friends or some of the people that you're going to connect with, you make the connection. And it's basically, well, we connected. Some of the people you actually engage. Some of the people you're going to send information to. Some of the people you're going to want to follow up with. Some of the people who are going to be interested. And some of the people you're going to talk to might be thinking about it. Some people, based on your conversation, you can say, no, not today. Or they're not interested. Now, you don't have to create these elaborate systems to keep track, because the bottom line is it's going to be, their activity is going to be kept as part of their record. Now, as you continue to go through this, some people you're going to sponsor. They're going to be business builders. Some people are going to be retail customers. Some people you're going to be involved in training. You have to keep track of what's going on. You got to keep lists. The actual conversation, the actual communications are saved on every site. Some of these people you want to designate as leaders. Now, this all revolves around the people that you know. As you learn about strangers, well, that's going to apply here too. So we're reaching out first to the people you know, and now we're reaching out to the friends of your friends. Now, just because someone's a friend of a friend doesn't mean that they want to know you, doesn't mean that they want to hear about you. A lot of people make a fatal mistake. They just reach out to people. The page comes up, and they add a friend, add a friend, add a friend, add a friend without looking at the details. The contents of someone's page indicates if they're open to hearing from others, including the friends of their friends. So if you can't see the details of their profile or their posts, they may not be open to hearing from you. You're going to find many examples of first and second contact scripts in the new scripts book. All right there at the beginning. We also have scripts designed. First contact for your friends, by location, by profession. All right? Now, after they've answered your first question and you know what they do, simply follow the additional questions provided in the scripts book to qualify them as a customer, serious business builder, or referral source. And finally, connect with the people you want to know. Again, it's easy to connect with complete strangers who appear to be your best prospects, make new friends instantly, and bring them into your business as customers or business builders. The more selective you are about the strangers you contact and talk to, the more successful you're going to be. The more information a person provides about themselves on their profile, the more open they are to connecting with a stranger. So when it comes time to connecting, again, you got those 3 search windows. You want to start with your friends, your warm market contacts. You want to start with the people who went to the schools you attended, people who belong to the same clubs, associations, and groups you do, people in professions that are predisposed to your products or service, people that are in network marketing who live in your area, or people in network marketing who live where you want to expand your business. You're going to search for people who are entrepreneurs, people who are business owners, people who are coaches, trainers, speakers, authors, people who are affiliate marketers, people promoting things that don't generate residual income. Example, eBay sellers, Amazon sellers. Social networking groups, all kinds of network marketing groups, life coach groups, health coach groups, personal development groups. You're going to search for people with public profiles, fan pages, or business pages and product pages. And when you go to those pages, you're looking for the people who like or follow the people with the pages listed above. So if you know who you're looking for, it's easy to locate perfect prospects for your business. Professionals, mortgage bankers, lawyers, sales reps, doctors, dentists, chiropractors, nurses, trainers, athletes, realtors, business owners, fitness instructors, speakers, trainers, social media experts, entrepreneurs, coaches, other networkers, affiliate and internet marketers, people who want to work from home, customers for whatever you're selling. And you can locate power prospects that fit the exact demographics of who you're looking for in any area you want to promote your business, your products, or your service. You pick, you choose, you set the parameters. Minutes from your home, anywhere in the world, similar business interest. Maybe you've got an income qualifier. Age, gender, religion, education, background, personal interest, kids. It only takes you minutes a day to do this. So when we do the keyword search on Facebook, when we do the advanced search on LinkedIn, or when we do the keyword searches on Twitter, we're looking for results. Now on Facebook, they are totally messing up the keyword search feature. One day it's going to work, one day it's not. And we're going to demonstrate how some of them are working today. And I promise you, by the end of the month, they're all going to be different. When you do a search, you're looking for the blue circle icon with the silhouette of the man and the woman. You're searching for people to test and make sure it's working. People who live in your city. People live in Australia, you do the search. What comes up is in the circle with the silhouette. So if I come over here and I'm going to do a search specifically for people who live in Dallas. Let's go down. You got the blue circle with the white magnifying glass. We click on that. This is what we're looking for. Now, we can go up here and we could say, show us all the people who live in, let's go London. London, England. Again, we're scrolling down. We're looking for the circle with the silhouette of the man and the woman. Who live in Madrid, Spain. Now, as we scroll down this list, we're looking at the pictures. We're looking at the limited information we see here, a description of what they do. And behind all of this is a profile. And so you want to take a minute, to take your mouse, put it over their name, right click, open up the link in a new window. Right click, open it up in a new window. You see they're popping up here. We scroll down here. Trend Watch. That's not her name. But what are we going to do here? Right click, open the link in a new window. Now when these pages come up, what you're looking for, first you're looking for the follow me button. The other thing that you immediately do to save time is look at the last time the person made a post. So the last time she made a post was August of 2011. You don't have to go any further. Cancel it. We go to the next one, all right? Well, she's sent me a friend request. But we can come over here, we can see the last time she posted something was March the 14th. So she's relatively active. Click on About. Click on Details. And the more of these things that are filled out, the more open people are to connecting with other people. Now, a lot of times people don't realize that Facebook has come in behind them and, made them invisible. But that's okay. And when you reach out to someone, what we want to do is we want to personalize a note, make reference to something that we see, make reference to something that we like. So she would be someone we send a message to. Here's another one. Follow me button, Trend Watch. The last time she posted something here was November of 2016. It's 5 months. Not your best choice. Not your best choice. Quality over quantity. All right? So now, as we do this, the searching parameters are going to change. The searching images are going to change. You can search for people that are business owners. You could search for people that literally, as we scroll down, we're going to pick people based on what we call eager or e-marketing socializers, people who want to talk to you. We're going to get into a breakdown of how you identify these folks. You can search for people who live in a city. You can search for people who live in a country. And there are people all around the world that you're going to be able to connect with on Facebook. You're never going to run out of people to talk to. Now, we do a search for people like Jim Rohn. The first people who come up are going to be people that we're actually connected with. We're friends. The next group of people come up are going to be people that we're not connected with, but we have mutual friends. People like Jim Rohn. People over 50 years old who like Jim Rohn. Men over 50 who like Jim Rohn and live in Dallas. Men over 50 who live in Dallas and like Jim Rohn, well, that one doesn't work. So you're going to learn the sequence. Now, a few months ago, I was doing a search. I was getting ready to do a coaching session with Fred Holmes, who was one of the top earners in his company. And so I did a search for women who like Tony Robbins and live in Chatsworth, California, had over 300 results. Now, I noticed that they have an add a friend button, and the first person who came up was Christine Gross, whose husband, Chris Gross, publishes Network Marketing Times. But you could scroll down, and who you decide to connect with is based on the contents of the page. So now, when I went and logged into Fred's page, I do the exact same search. I get different results. Totally different people. And what was amazing was instead of having an add a friend button, there was a connect button. Now, which way Facebook is going to go, to be announced. The keyword search is changing. Men who like fitness. Well, you do men who like fitness and live in Dallas. Men who like fitness and live in London. Men who like fitness and live in Scotland. Or men who live in Scotland and like fitness. You got to play with it because the search results are going to vary wherever you are. Women who like fitness and live in Stockholm. Women who live in Stockholm and like fitness. Women who like Zumba fitness. Women who like exercise. Women who like golf. If you're going to pick a hobby or an activity, pick one that's expensive. People like boating. Men who like boating. Women who like boating. People who like Sydney, who live in Sydney, Australia. Women who live in Sydney, Australia. You're all going to develop searches that are unique to you. And even if 4 people are doing the same search, you're all going to get different results because you're all different. The modules on your pages are going to connect you to different people. Single women who live in Australia. Married women who live in Sydney. People like nutrition. People like flying. There's no shortage of people that you can talk to. So you search for prospects with mutual interests or similar values that conceptually need what you want, what you're selling. Fitness instructors who live in Sydney and like golf. Fitness instructors who live in Sydney, Australia and like Anthony Robbins. Profession who live in place and like something. Save your search results. Save them. And you could use them over and over and over again. Some days they're going to work and some days they're not going to work. Connecting with the right people on Facebook, LinkedIn, or Twitter is as easy as picking a green M&M from a bowl of candy because we're going for content. Okay, so now you have access to all these people. Let's get down some basic fundamentals so that you could identify in advance, save yourself a lot of pain, the people that you don't want to talk to. Well, to do that, you have to understand the 5 reasons why people create pages in the first place. They jump on these sites because they want to meet people. Sometimes they're looking for dates. They're looking to connect with their existing friends, or they're there to make new ones. They're there to connect and network, expand their business, whatever it is. They're there to maintain relationships, create new ones, or they're there to sell. So it's easy to identify who to talk to because everyone's got that recognizable agenda. The picture, the contents of everyone's page reveals what their agenda is. So as you scroll down that list of physical fitness instructors, as you scroll down that list of teachers, you can pick out the people who clearly would be interested in a business opportunity. You could clearly identify the network marketers who are out there building their business because their pages are all about their business. You could identify customers, people who routinely would buy your products. You could identify unhappy network marketers, and you could identify affiliate or internet marketers exactly the same way, by content and by activity. Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter are big bowls of candy. They're gold mines, virtual gold mines of prospects that you could reach into anytime from any place. So if you know in advance that someone's a perfect prospect for what you're selling, and you develop a relationship with them before you talk about your business, you're going to sell to more people. Simply remember throughout this entire process to treat other people like you'd like to be treated. Now, you can be talking to some great prospects who become new customers and business builders almost immediately after they react to something you post. They like something, they share something, they make a comment, and then you're free to write back. You can also respond to anyone else's post and engage them with a like, a share, a comment, and a private message. Now, I want to share with you how you identify the 4 types of profiles that are out there. You break them down into 4 categories. The first category are what we call the eager socializer. Typically, their profiles are full of information. Many have a follow me button. They have visible modules, especially the About Me module. They actively post, like, comment, and share on their page. They allow you to like, comment, and share. There's a lot of recent activity. They've got a lot of friends, and they're open to making new ones. Open to making new ones. You want to be perceived, when people look at your page, as an eager socializer, not someone that is actively trying to sell something. Those people are called e-marketing socializers. They're selling something, and their profiles are typically all business. They provide minimal personal information about themselves. They respond with a link about their business when you reach out to them. Now, the eager socializers are the group of people you want to be in on a personal basis. The e-marketing socializers, these are the people they're so easy to sell to. We have a script, Recruiting the Recruiter script. Now, these are the 2 categories of people that you want to connect with. Now we have the reluctant socializer. They only want to be connected to the people they know. There's minimal information visible on their profile. Now, if they're not a family member, they're not past or current worker, and if they're not literally a past or current friend, pass. Pass. Remember, you're probably not the first person in your business that has approached these people. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Now we have the missing in action socializer. Well, what that means is they haven't been active for an extended period of time. We saw one already. Their last post visible are over a year or 2 older. Contacting someone that's inactive is a waste of your time. Eager socializer, e-marketing socializer, yes. Those are the people that you want to connect with. Now, along with that, there are 4 social networking laws that you must follow. This isn't up for debate. Social network law number 1. What you see is what you get. The content of a person's page, their pictures, words, posts, links, websites, and friends indicate their online agenda. So you know in advance whether or not you really would like to talk to these people. And of course, it works both ways. What they see on your page is what they expect you want to talk about. Now, people put on their profile what they want you to know about them and what they want to talk about. Most of the time, there's much more to someone than what you see on their page. Asking the right questions will tell you who is really behind the profile and what's beneath the surface. Now, social networking law number 2. There are 3 reasons a stranger doesn't respond to you. The first one is they don't know you. They don't want to know you. 2, they haven't used their account recently. And 3, they think you're trying to sell them something. So it's easy to identify who you want to talk to and who you don't. It's easy to pick out the people who clearly would be interested in what you have to say based on the contents of the page. Social network law number 3. Don't focus on making a sale when you talk to someone. Focus on whether there's a sale to be made. In other words, the key to avoiding rejection is to never talk about your business in any detail until you've learned that the person you're talking to has a need or an interest in your business, your product, or your service. Social networking law number 4. Listen more than you talk. You're in a sorting business, not a talking business. You're in a listening business, not a convincing business. The most successful people in your business are good listeners. Now, most people do not listen with the intent to understand. They listen with the intent to reply. They're waiting for that conversational opportunity to change the subject and talk about their business. Listen with the intent to understand. 4 social networking laws that you got to follow. Now, what you post builds rapport with all of your prospects without talking to them. So whether it's positive, motivational, or inspirational quotes, how to do things, personal activity, entertainment, comedy, video, trivias, controversy, social proof of your success, or social proof of your team's success, you put it out there. Now, it's called engagement. People respond to you. People react to you. With a like, a share, a comment, how do you get more? Number 1, you post fresh content daily. You schedule your posts ahead of time. Get ahead of the game and schedule posts days before the event. You can space your posts out. 6 posts spread out over 12 hours is more effective than if all 6 posts were made once at the same time. And now it's all about posting engaging content. Pictures, videos, graphics. This is all part of the connection process. When you post pictures on Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter, they all take up more space in your newsfeed. Videos and pictures usually get more engagement than plain text updates. And finally, ask questions. That's a great way to get engagement. Now, you can jumpstart conversations that turn into sales in minutes by sending someone a private message in response to something that they do or something that they participate in. The 11 most popular forms of engagement are messages, posts, likes, shares, comments, private messages, text, live chat, add a space, or follow me or share. Now, you can be proactive. In other words, you get on your homepage, you start looking around, you do a search, you look at a profile, you see they've done something, send them a message. Say hello. Connect with these people. They're actually doing it. You could also be reactive. And for some of you, that's what you're going to do. You basically can sit there, and as people go by, as people start going through your process, they're coming to you. You're reactive, whether it's a post or a like, or whether you're proactive. You like something that they do, and then you respond when someone follows you. Respond when someone shares your story or shares a like. You want to comment on someone's post or activity and send them a message. Everything that you do needs to be directed through the messaging area. You can make a comment on their post or activity. You can make a comment on someone else's post. You're going to find examples of ways and scripts to connect with others in the scripts book. So we're going to start with our existing friends. Send this message to the people you really know but have never talked to on Facebook in response to something that they recently posted. Let me repeat that. In response to something they've recently posted. Hi, I just noticed your recent post. It's been a while since we talked. What are you doing these days? Begin talking to your friends you don't know in response to something that they recently posted. Hi, I just noticed your recent post. Somehow we've become great friends on Facebook, and I'm really not sure how we've connected, but we never really talk. What do you do? Now, as you begin talking to everyone, you want to know the answers to the following 3 questions. Number 1, what do they do? Number 2, how long have they been doing it? And number 3, what did they do before? The answers to these questions reveal if they're a prospect for your business. Is there a problem that can be solved by working with you? Do they have a need for your products? Do they currently use similar products? And are they interested in making more money? All right? And that is it in a nutshell. Now I'm going to jump over here to my mailbox, and let's see Okay, good. So we got a bunch of you that have written here. Let me look in the question box. Okay. So what we're going to do here is we're going to start down here. And let's look at Chris first. Chris, I told you, you send this in the box. So I'm going to, Chris, you got to change your password. Now, what we'd really like to do is we'd really like if you'd send us the link so we don't have to do this. Okay, we got a follow me button. People can like, react, and comment. About all the modules are filled in. Under construction, we need to work on that, okay? Okay, Aura wants to know, where do I find the recording of the first? You go into the video library, go over to boot camp, go down to the April boot camp, click on April boot camp. We have, as you scroll down, we have the first session that we did. It actually ran 2 hours. And by tomorrow, we'll have this one posted. Where do you find the pages? I just showed you. This is the way we prefer to get it. Okay, so Don's got a follow me button. Like, comment, share. Clearly, he's in some kind of home mortgage business. Let's read about him. All right, now here you've got all your web pages. Donald and Diane, Herbal Coach. People don't have to ask you what you do. You're telling them. They don't have to ask you about your company. You're telling them. Not a good idea, especially if a dozen or two or 4 dozen or 8 have been slamming people on Facebook and LinkedIn about your company. Well, this didn't come up. Work in education. Need high school. Details. Probably use some more. Family and relationships. Contact and basic information. So down here we have a whole bunch of people, or we have a whole bunch of things that you want to add, and you also want to hide your friends. Okay, now I like the picture. No hype, no lies, just results. All right, now what I would suggest here, instead of calling yourself a truck driver, equipment relocation specialist. Okay? Equipment relocation specialist. Okay, so we've got a follow me button. Now, aspire to inspire professional makeup artists. Well, but you're more than that now. You're more than that. You're also an internet entrepreneur. You're also a home business strategist, home business coach, home business trainer. You're all social media experts. Let me, where is he? Nigel, how's everything been going so far? I unmuted you.
Good. Yeah, I'm good, thanks, Max.
Okay, have you noticed any differences since the last time we did this? I'm talking about a couple of years ago.
Yeah, definitely, without a doubt.
What would you say is the biggest difference?
Do you mean with regards to Facebook or with regards to what I'm seeing?
Well, Facebook or LinkedIn or just the whole social media world. We could talk about Facebook.
Bearing in mind, I think we touched base probably about a year ago, and I would say the stuff, the fundamentals of what you're showing are the same, but the way to interact, Facebook and LinkedIn have changed completely from less than 12 months ago.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, believe it or not, most of the changes that you see on LinkedIn have occurred in the last 90 days.
Right.
And so what that does is, again, the people who adapt to it faster, the people who learn how to plug in and use these features are going to be the ones who are going to capitalize on change. And frankly, you're going to kind of beat out your competition. And then you just need to continue to be aware of it. So, that's one of the other reasons why we've extended this boot camp into May, because we want everybody to really get this. And of course, you're getting it early. You're getting it way before other people see it. And for those of you that are social media trainers and experts, what you want to do is you want to get your niche down, whatever it is. Get it down, get it solid, give people the perception that you know what you're doing, and truthfully, you're golden. We have anybody else that has any questions? Pop them here, send them over to me at boot camp. I did we did a group coaching session with Eileen Cohen, who is one of the top earners in her business. And she was blown away by not only the numbers of people that were writing to her, but by the lonely men who were writing to her. And, you need to be able to identify quickly the people that you want to talk to and distinguish it from the people that you don't. It's really that simple. The more people you talk to, the better you're going to be. Oh, Robin, you don't send it here. So you're going to need to, oh, no, that's all right. No, you did fine. All right, well, that link didn't work. Because there's a space. Okay, we'll come back. Anybody else have any questions? Okay, so we're back to connect. You connect with people you know. You connect with people you want to know. And now in our next session, we're going to be talking about communication, how you effectively communicate with people. Now you're going to communicate with people via a like is a form of communication, a comment, sharing something. It's all a form of communication. Daily posting, talking, all of these are forms of communications that come right off your activity. You want to talk to people at your convenience, identify perfect prospects, qualify them with questions, discover their problems, and identify their needs. The live chat elements come into place here. You make a post, you start talking to people, they react, and they respond. The connecting part, outrageously easy when you're connecting with the right people. The communicating part, again, instant results. You like something, you make a comment, you share something, people follow you, and the next thing you know, you're talking to people. So remember, it's not about how many people like your articles, your posts, your blog posts, your shared videos, or what you say. There are too many network marketers out there literally engaged in all kinds of posting, but nobody ever talks to anybody. It's about how many people you talk to, period. There are literally people available to talk to anywhere, anytime. And so in our next session, we're going to show you how to communicate effectively with people that you know ahead of time when they get into your business, they are going to be more successful. Let me look in the question box. Rob, you just had a space. I'll catch up to it next time, okay? Denise writes, could you go over a short conversation with Nicholas? I emailed it yesterday. All right, let's go over there and see. Okay, thanks for the connection. It's nice to meet you. How long have you been on LinkedIn? What do you do? All right, well, I always like the icebreaker. You know, how long have you been on LinkedIn? How's it working for you? Been on LinkedIn for a couple of years. I'm a young professional and a wholesaler of investment properties in the Denver area. We specialize in finding properties for fixer-uppers, rentals, scrapes, lots for development. I'm currently looking to add investors to my network as I have numerous properties becoming available. If you or anyone you know is looking for investment properties, I'd love to speak with you. Okay. So now what do you want to know? You want to know what do I say next? How long have you been doing it? What did you do before? What prompted you to go from A to B? You ask people what they do, they're going to come back and ask you what you do. Your answer is going to make them curious. And that's the process. Okay? That's the process. All right, so I will be back. Tonight at 9 o'clock, we've got the evening session of boot camp. For those of my friends that are in Valentis, we threw a lot of information at you, but you gotta engage. You have to be talking to people. Get on my Ask Max sessions. Share with me what you're doing. And you're all on your way to outrageous success, okay? So what kind of a compliment? Well, it depends on what the rest of his profile says, okay? It really does. If it shows that you apply a compliment if you can. If you can. If he gave you something to go by, I can't see the rest of his profile. Can't see the rest of his profile. I'm a young professional, interesting business. Now he wants to speak with you, and don't be in a hurry to get on the phone. Don't be in a hurry. Find out how long he's been doing it and what did he do before. If there's a way to pay him a compliment, you can. If you can't find a way to compliment, the compliment's not necessary. All right, now again, we're just about to turn the corner on this. Create, connect. When the communicate parts hit, I know there are going to be a lot of folks out there that want information on my coaching program. So if anybody's interested in coaching, type your phone number, coaching in the question box, and I'll have somebody get back to you. But for the most of you, send me the conversations that you're having with your prospects. We're going to go over them. And we want to help all of you make 5 sales before the end of the month. In order to do that, you've got to be talking to people. So until next time, best of luck in building your business, and God bless. Create, connect, communicate, and close.